Maybe I'll test my eloquence.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Maybe I'll order a drink first. You know, just to show a little
Captain
support.
Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna order a drink.
Captain Fitzroy told me.
Oh
No,
yeah?
I was just gonna push it.
Anything else?
It's just repeating it. Maybe I'll find out about Darkwater. Why is it called this?
I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What about Sarah Hawkins?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
It's true that they were strange.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Well, I would certainly like to see them. Let's tell them it's not
Her
ill.
vision. Was it so terrible?
The way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I mean, I guess that's a good point.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew then.
Oh, I guess, yeah, it's
I've
just a
got
tree.
Anything?
Okay, let's back this tree up. No prohibition, huh?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Oh, so it's a she. It's probably that woman with the fancy cigarette. Tell them about the
Do
warehouse.
you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I
Oh,
see.
say they just own that warehouse
If
then.
I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Oh, that's just a load of poppycock. I'm out of
That'll
here.
be all for now.
Oh, what is this here? Baker always free for the day.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Weird. So is this like a tab thing? I don't know what that means. Who else can I talk to? What are you boys up to?
He said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
Oh, don't mind me, sir. I was just eavesdropping.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Well, let's see what we have to say here. 21st of May, 1847. Scylla returns to the port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater Port Lake on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed rails, the sedition that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. There's a warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Visit him at mrmarks.com. Celebration. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. Oh boy. A bottle of oil. That's something I can get behind. Can I talk to that guy who I roughed up a bit? Maybe give an apology? No, he's just a nobody. But I can talk to this gentleman. He looks like a real freak. Maybe I'll talk to this guy first.
Do you like our song?
We're true sight.
I wasn't really listening, to be
We
honest.
may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
Tell me about the end of whaling.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course. They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
Tell me about your song.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I would like
bid you
to
farewell, gentlemen.
try out some of this
Good night,
delicious flesh you speak of.
stranger.
So long.
Oh, right back to it, huh? Back to their jovial singing. You're an interesting character. But I'd like to examine things a bit more first. Yeah, that's locked. Guess I am done examining things. What do you have to say?
What you looking at, stranger?
A mysterious woman. What does a woman like you do in a place
The
like this?
clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Oh, okay, so a lot of these times I'm only gonna have one choice. Maybe I can go buy her a drink.
You again.
Oh yeah, I unlocked some answers here.
What can
Wonder
you
if I have
tell
anything
me?
new about Sarah Hawkins. Nope.
I've got what.
Anything?
You know, maybe I will talk to that other guy
That'll be all.
before, just so I can unlock more things to ask the bartender about, because the bartender's always a source of information of the people that are here.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader. Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure
You've got
knowledge.
some writing on your arm there. A lot of symbols carved into yourself. Okay, well that's all. That's everything I can get out of him.
You again.
Tell me about this
I
catch.
read the article on the miraculous catch. Interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. It's more than folklore. On that day, the crew of the Scylla caught an exceptional
The
catch.
Scylla, is that how I was
Biggest
pronouncing
whale
it?
ever caught.
I hope so.
They saved dock water from famine.
Tell me about that tab.
Charles Hawkins owed you a lot of money. Do you know if he had problems?
I don't know the details, and it's not my business.
What kind of is your
Money or
business
not,
if he has a tab
was
with you?
always welcome in my bar. The Hawkins family was always much appreciated on the island.
Huh. This one's still
You
lit
seem
up
to
though.
Well, we all then
No, nothing new.
I've got
any
Can I order that drink now?
Captain Fitzroy told me.
oh yeah
Oh,
drinking anything
Nope.
else?
Still can't get
that'll
a drink.
be all for now.
Fine, I didn't want to drink anyway. Should've just brought my own whiskey. That seems to be everything I can get from this bar. Guess I better go talk to my boy Fitzroy. Tell him about how I botched all those conversations. Can I not take that? I had a lamp before. It was nice. I missed that lamp. Well, I guess I didn't actually have it. It was a dream lamp. All the same, I still liked it. I'm gonna go in this way. Bet you didn't expect me to come through this door, did you? Now let me rummage through your
I
shit.
wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
The terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Cat. That's a new clue. Oh, that bucket's there because there's a leak. I like that. These the rooms and areas are very well detailed.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Only half abandoned though, because there's a person standing right there.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Oh, this is the toilet. Ah, well, that was a little buggy. I just wanted to close the door for some privacy. You know, take a trip to the head. What's all this
A
about?
souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
Oh, this is a nice
Scylla.
wall.
It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Oh, is that what that big ship was that was smashed against that rock? The Scylla itself? That's unfortunate. Oh, what's all this then? Second volume that teaches me about medical stuff. So do I have another pip in my medicine? I guess so. Anyways, before I go upstairs, I probably should talk to this gentleman. Something wrong with your stairway. Hello.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Okay. Well, I guess I will go upstairs then. These, those things I can interact with are visible from a long ways away.
Fitzroy could be twins.
I was missing a leg, though. In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. Now, there's nothing written on the back of these. Usually, if they allow you to rotate something all around, that means that at some point something important will be written on the back of something else.
What a macabre souvenir.
Oh, that must be his wooden fucking leg just sitting there. That's awkward. I guess this is just like a little study. Overlook the place. Well, it's nice. I'm glad I got to find that man's wooden leg. What's up?
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights of the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your documents are unreadable, buddy.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
What did you do to them?
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I thought that fishing stopped in 1847.
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
Oh, I want to know about this photograph.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the book.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
No, I already saw it. I like that, you know, because I had looked around and interacted with all these things, I have all these other things I can ask about. I like that.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Okay, I guess that is none of my business.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
I do want to go with this unlocked answer because it's a thing that, you know, that's missable. But I really want to know why they're putting it back into the sea.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Oh, I guess I can still say that too.
I examined its wounds. I know of no creature able to cause them.
And I took you for a detective.
Believe me when I say that these wounds are significant.
Come. You've only just arrived on Darkwater, and already you think like a sailor.
Okay, guess that's all from there. Tell me about the catch.
The miraculous catch.
Everyone's really excited about this old catch.
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Oh, I did read that story. I can assure you. I examined all the things. I want to know more about the warehouse,
I'm looking for
though.
Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
It's right next to
Understood.
Warehouse 35,
You know
presumably.
who the building belongs to, don't you?
Could lie. I'm gonna use my skills.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall
Guess
be
that's
on
all
my
I
way.
need.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
I will, sir. Thank you. I got a character point. Oh, I got 2 character points. I think I want to level up my strength. I want to get real tough and push people around. Yeah, so I think I'll save my CP. Okay, Darkwater docks. On the approaches to Darkwater, I saw thick clouds masking the sky. They were so low, they seemed intent on impaling themselves on the sharp reefs that circle the island. Fitzroy, the captain of the only tub that manages to float to the mainland, offered to help me. He may have documents that belong to Charles Hawkins. Okay, this is just catching up on all the things I did. Yada yada. Learned nothing from the documents, but I did get the confirmation on what I've been suspecting since Boston. The warehouse mentioned on the shipping label of Sarah Hawkins' painting belonged to Hawkins. It's on the docks. I gotta find a way to get to it. There seems to be less schmucks in the way, so I guess I could pass by. Oh, these schmucks are also out of the way. Looks like they're all going to the street. They've settled their differences, and they're all gonna talk over a drink. Or just some of them. I wonder if I should take this opportunity to investigate in this direction. This place is very big and I don't want to overlook anything. Hello.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
You're not scared of their boss?
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
And what are the bootleggers
This
doing?
warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you.
Maybe I
shall
will
take
do
my
that. I'll ask the captain everything. I'll just investigate it myself. Oh, the spot hidden skill allows you to detect hidden items in close range. Once, okay, well. Oh, what's this? I got a lever. It activates a mechanism.
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
My left ear just started ringing like crazy. Oh, here we go. A ratchet device.
This ratchet device seems to be usable.
Gotta find all the parts.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Gross. Disgusting. I wonder if I need more than just the 2.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
But how do I get up? Do I get up? Oh, there's a ladder here. Yeah. Okay, now I'm up here. Nope, that's nothing. Just caught a bit of light.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Actually, I think I still need some more stuff because there's I have the hidden object marker. Oh, triangle is lighter. I was just pressing all the buttons to see what they did. There's not really anything else around here I can examine, so maybe it is just this. Let's mount the handle, launch the ratchet device, and leave. Alright, I guess that is all I can do. The way I found this was I was pressing all the buttons to try to jump over this and get across. Well, I guess that icon's just there a whole bunch. Oh, I think I finds it. Oh, that's why I needed the lighter to see it. I got the cog wheel.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Oh, now it's got a little check mark. That's how I know I got everything. See, I remember there was a tutorial about needing the light to find certain things, but I don't recall anything telling me about my lighter. I just sort of found it. Alright, let's turn the handle.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Am I strong enough?
Ugh.
I guess so. Just strong enough. That doesn't look like a place I want to go, though. Is this like a secret way to get to Warehouse 36? I feel like this is hard progress. I want to look around a bit more. Oh, there's a big car blocking my way. Okay, let's look around a bit more before I go down there, because that looks like progress to me. I also noted that the commotion over here was being broken up.
Cops, they can't understand. Damn stupid idiots. Forget it.
These wounds.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
What have you got to say? You look like a man with words.
Where do you think you're going?
Are others interested in the
Who are
warehouse?
these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
Yeah, we're on the same team. Gotta test my eloquence.
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
Well, that didn't work. I gotta get in there, though.
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today.
It's
What are you
fine,
doing
it's
here?
fine.
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
Well, tell me about Hawkins.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
So what you're saying is I should absolutely talk to this guy.
You again. I told...
No need to get...
Okay, alright. Yeah, this isn't one of those games where you exhaust all the dialogue options. You gotta choose. Gotta pick and choose. I kinda like that. Gives everyone their own little unique experience. You're just fishing? I won't bug you. Oh, I can investigate. Oh, lockpicking. Okay, this isn't a minigame. I thought for sure it'd be a minigame. Better turn my lighter on.
Hello, old friend.
Oh, I got some liquor. That's just theft, though. I just stole that liquor. Geez, I can at least close the door. Get rid of the evidence of me being there. What was that? Oh, it was just light coming off the water. Caught my attention. Doesn't look like there's anything else on these docks. I would like to see what's going on with this spooky ass statue. Oh, occultism.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Oh, I thought that was just like seaweed and stuff, but yeah, there's writing on there. Yeah, I see it more clearly now. You shouldn't desecrate things. That's a nasty word. If you've desecrated something, you're probably cursed. Safe to assume. This place is a real fucking mess, too. This is presumably the way to the warehouse, but I have no options. It's all locked up. So I'm pretty sure that that trapdoor was the way I was supposed to go. Let's talk to these gentlemen.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
No, I didn't do that. I've just arrived, you fools.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right.
We're no match. For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait.
Bozos is spelled with two Z's?
It's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
I guess I could find out more from these drunks.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Why don't you just clean it off, and then everything will be fine.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Okay, what's your
Isn't
job?
it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
This place is a huge fucking mess, though. Can't you just, like, clean things?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're guarding
protecting
scum,
their
huh?
territory.
No,
From
they're-
whom,
their
I
territory.
wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Oh, okay. What about who's this cat? I keep hearing about
Is
her.
it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Okay.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
I like these guys. Things started off a little hostile, but then we got close, I think.